The labour movement in Singapore is calling for unemployment benefits to be given to professionals, managers and executives, or PMEs, especially those who are older. It also wants an existing task force to address concerns like workplace discrimination and lack of job security for this group. In a recent survey, more than 8 in 10 above 40 found it difficult to get another job that matches their skills and interests. Nearly 7 in 10 of them feel it's because companies are not open to hiring older people. Many also think it'll take longer than 6 months to get a new job. A March survey that included younger peers, only 67% feel they have opportunities out there. A huge majority think they can be replaced due to their age, and fewer than 60% are confident about getting employed with current skills. In another survey, key concerns by mature PMEs were support for job opportunities, protection against job losses, and more job-related training. The labour movement says these findings will guide the work of a task force to help such workers. It will come up with recommendations to end workplace discrimination, give more job opportunities, skills upgrading, as well as unemployment support. Work should be completed over the next few months.
The mature PMEs may be prejudiced whether in hiring or in employment. And in terms of nationality, maybe certain sectors, there are a higher concentration of foreign PMEs. And the other big area is on unemployment support and or transitionary support. Many PMEs, particularly the mature ones, have various obligations, whether at home or in the various capacities, and therefore some form of support while they transit the new job or look out for a new area, which will take time, will be very beneficial.
Industry players welcome the recommendations, especially monetary support for PMEs who lost their jobs beyond current grants. But they say that this group must still upskill and land a job in the longer term. Brandon Tanoto with more.
Monetary support for jobless PMEs could help them through rough patches, but industry players say details like the amount and duration will need to be considered.
Sometimes workers may end up being over-reliant on it rather than looking at how to improve themselves and be employable. So I think it's really important that while these measures are able to deal with the short-term effects, right, which is necessary because people cannot react fast enough in the short term, we've got to also, at the same time, right, be careful that it doesn't become too drawn out.
There must be a time-limited frame, and that is actually very important to be then communicated to the receiving end that there is a limit to such handouts. So, and to make sure that, for the interim period itself, take advantage of this and really then look at upskilling and reskilling and remain relevant.
They note that there are already existing schemes like a temporary COVID-19 grant of up to $700 for lower to middle income and self-employed workers. Meanwhile, observers are glad that steps are being taken to ensure PMEs, including mature ones, are treated fairly when seeking employment or at their workplaces.
Especially so in today's context whereby we are moving away from beyond academic qualifications and looking towards a skill-based economy.
It may be the inability or the lack of training of the SME to properly communicate the challenges and communicate the gaps that there is. And it ends up with what shows up as discrimination. Most smaller enterprises don't have the bandwidth to employ a human resource manager, right, to help deal with HR issues.
The association suggests more training and awareness for SME owners to prevent misunderstandings with their staff.